The Voluntary Action Center will be holding a dinner event that in turn is going to help provide food to those who need it. Hi, and thanks for checking in, and thanks to Kathleen Wayland of Wayland Financial in LaSalle for sponsoring this weekend reset. The 17th annual Spaghetti Dinner and Bake Sale is set for this coming Thursday, August 8th, from 4 to 7. It's going to take place at the Elks Lodge. That's at 800 East Walnut Street in Oglesby. For $12, you'll enjoy a full meal of spaghetti, salad, and dessert. Rounding out the fun at the Elks Lodge will be some music and door prizes and a 50-50 drawing, too. Kids 5 and under eat free. Proceeds from the August 8th event are going to go to the Voluntary Action Center's Meals on Wheels program of LaSalle, Putnam, and Bureau counties. The organization provides nutritious meals to older adults and others in need who are homebound. The Meals on Wheels program has been a part of the Voluntary Action Center since 2003. I stopped in at the VAC's headquarters, which can be found in the old John's on St. Vincent's in LaSalle, the old restaurant. As you'll hear, the space is tight, and from all appearances, it looks like that's a pretty good sign that they're very busy at their mission. Now you're going to meet 3 people who guide the VAC and its meals program.
Voluntary Action Center delivers Meals on Wheels to seniors and disabled persons in their homes throughout LaSalle, Putnam, and Bureau County, Monday through Friday.
Is this a national program that you're doing locally, or how does this fit in with the bigger picture?
The state funds us, and then some federal, but not much.
How long has the Meals on Wheels program been supported by VAC?
20 years. Well, it would be 21 years this October. So.
Okay.
One thing that I think is very interesting about Voluntary Action Center is our meals are completely donation based, and nobody, regardless, if they're unable to pay, nobody's denied a meal. So that's one thing that I think is interesting. We also provide meals for several daycares in the area, which I don't think a lot of people realize that. We've been here for over 20 years, and we're trying to make it so that people understand who we are and what we're here to do.
So Meals on Wheels is pretty much the signature program then. You deal with the actual food and the quality of the food and everything else. Tell me a little bit about what goes into that.
We have a distributor we order from, and all our meals are made from scratch. They're all saltless. We can't use salt.
We do provide diabetic meals as well, if needed.
We over 300 meals a day.
Okay, and so you make meals for 300 people a day, basically.
Yes.
And are they delivered out then? How does that distribution work?
They're delivered from here. We have 3 different sites. We have this site, we have Ottawa, that we have food come out of, and we also have Streeter.
So among the 3 of you, you have 300 meals maybe in a day going out, right?
We have more than that,
I'd
don't we?
say about 350.
350.
In all, we have over 590 seniors we serve every week.
Throughout LaSalle, Bureau, and Putnam County.
Yeah,
so
3
it's
counties,
spread
Yes.
over quite a big area.
It's a big territory.
Very.
Has the number grown?
Yes.
Definitely. Since
Yes.
COVID, it's spiked and it really hasn't gone down much.
So people have become accustomed, I guess, to getting support and not being afraid to ask for it.
Yes.
Has that been an issue before, people not wanting to ask for support?
No, we've always had people reaching out to us, and then a lot of folks, though, they reach out to us and they've never heard of us before. So that's what we want to accomplish a little bit, is to get our name out there, and so people are aware of what we do and we can help them if they need it.
One big way you help is, we saw the nice connection, is you do your spaghetti dinner, and you've got it coming up August 8th. Tell me a little bit about how you work with this. You make, how many meals do you think you make to raise money for this, through this? How many spaghetti meals do you think you're going to be putting together?
Probably 300.
Over 300.
Or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A
people
lot
are,
of spaghetti.
Yes.
so people are going to come in, and for their money, they're going to get quite a bit. They get a full meal, and they get the bread and the salad and the drink if they eat in there too.
Spaghetti, lettuce, and bread, and a dessert, and a drink.
Okay.
They also have a bake sale during it, and I will tell you, the desserts are fantastic.
Yeah.
And we'll have probably around 30 or so raffle baskets that different area businesses were generous enough to donate. Also gift cards. We have a couple $100 gift cards to different businesses. We have a lot of good prizes. We do a 50-50 drawing during it, and we also have door prizes.
So that's a lot for people to enjoy for
Absolutely.
the, was it $12 or something?
Yeah.
$12 a plate. That's pretty
And
reasonable.
Live
Live
entertainment,
entertainment too, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. People get a good time for that amount, sounds like. And they're helping an excellent cause. How much, if you can say in general, I mean, how much would you say you plan to collect in a given event, like something like this?
Last year we made just over 9,000.
Which is a huge help for us.
Do you have I assume you take donations through the year too, certainly if people
yes.
want to.
Absolutely.
You're in the middle of a sit-down with the folks from the Voluntary Action Center in LaSalle. Now, if you're listening to this on the radio or online, what you're hearing is just the audio portion of a weekly video that you can find in the neighborhood of, I don't know, a year and a half's worth of videos at the Starved Rock Media YouTube channel on the Tom's Take playlist. If you have any suggestions for a topic, call me at the station at 815-223-3100. I'd really like to chat with you about it. Or you can email me at tom@starvedrock.media. Now back to the VAC. I understand you have a campaign going on. Tell me the scope of that and what you hope to gain from it.
Sure. We are in the very initial stages of starting a capital campaign. One thing, our facility is inadequate at this point. The kitchen's too small. The area they use for packaging the meals, it's, people are packed like sardines. It's too small. Some of the kitchen equipment is outdated. So we are looking to purchase a new facility with some different updated kitchen equipment, and we'll be starting, we're kind of the boots on the ground in this area to start this capital campaign, and hopefully through people's generosity get some donations to help us out.
So really, this is sort of the big kickoff when you think about it. Then is that this is the big
Absolutely.
fundraiser of the year, and you want to set the right tone with it. Have a lot of people come out and start supporting. So I imagine at the event they'll get plenty of messages of how else they can help. Correct?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. We have online systems in place, a couple different ones that people can scan a QR code and donate directly. Obviously, any checks that people would want to send, they can make payable to Voluntary Action Center or VAC, so you don't have to write it out.
Yeah.
There's many ways that we can accept donations. So volunteers, there's actually quite a few things that we could use volunteers for. One, delivery drivers. It's interesting because I think sometimes people are intimidated about starting a new volunteer position, but Kathy and Jennifer do a fantastic job of explaining to them exactly what needs to be done, so there's no questions. So the drivers, if they are more comfortable, if they're from Peru and more comfortable driving in Peru, then they can have a Peru route.
Is any special license required for it, or any kind of permit required for somebody to deliver on a volunteer basis?
Just a driver's
license. Yep.
Easy enough.
And then there's also kitchen help available, which I think, again, people may be intimidated by the kitchen help, thinking that they're going to be, cooking large quantities of food. It's more, what would you say, packaging
meals,
and-
yes.
Yes. Same, we also have clerical help.
Sounds like something great for maybe retirees.
Yes.
And I would imagine that you want any age, obviously,
Oh,
but
sure,
but
sure.
but
Yeah.
but seniors probably also have an easier way of connecting with some of the people they're delivering to. Also,
Yes. And
It's one thing that we didn't really touch on. We also offer what's called congregate dining. So people can come here. Typically, they will play a couple rounds of bingo. We've gotten some good prizes. Then they have a meal together, and it's nice because, especially since COVID, there's so much social isolation. This helps them, there's a place to go, hang out with people your age, laugh, share a meal. It's just very nice. And again, if you're unable to pay, it's donation based.
I'm going to ask each of you a quick question. Why do you do this? Why do you put in your time and do this? Why do you give so much of yourself to do this?
It's very rewarding.
How so? With the people you work with, or
People I work with, and then when you go out on a route, go deliver meals, the people just love it. They make you feel good.
sounds like a great reason to sign up to drive and deliver.
It is. It really is.
Why do you do it?
pretty much the same. The seniors, helping anybody out that we can, and they're so appreciative. And a lot of them don't have family, unfortunately, and they rely on us to come deliver their meal. And when you do, you see how grateful they are, and it just warms your heart.
How about you?
I think that the population that we serve is somewhat discarded to a degree. People, as you age, you might not be as social, and if you don't have family and friends in the area, you're kind of left by yourself. I think Meals on Wheels and Voluntary Action Center, that's our focus. We try to help with social isolation, and we do food delivery. There's a lot of times that our seniors, we're the only contact that they have. So we're in there, we're talking to them, we're checking on them. You know, we're able to notice if there's a difference in behavior, if there's anything, you know, not quite right, we can help them out, call, you know, an ambulance if needed.
It's more than delivery.
Absolutely.
It's well-being.
Like well-being. Yes, absolutely.
So which is what I was gathering when you were talking about keeping files on people. It's so that you can keep track of how they are and what their home situation is.
Exactly.
Lost a spouse or a family member moved away or something like that.
Correct. And a big part of, you know, one of the positive impacts that we have is allowing people who may not have a choice but to go to an assisted living facility to remain in their home longer.
And once again, the big spaghetti dinner and all the fun that goes with it is going to be Thursday at the Oglesby Elks Lodge. Sounds like a good time. You can get your dinner tickets at the Oglesby Elks door on August 8th, or you can give a call to the VAC at 883-3630. Thanks to Kathleen Wayland of Wayland Financial in LaSalle for sponsoring Tom's Take. And I'll talk to you in the morning.